Welcome back to the Amazing Smart channel. Today, we're going to restore a clock battery that has completely run out of power. Let's get started. Part 1. Detecting the problem. We have an alarm clock, but it seems it's no longer working. Could the battery have run out of energy? This is the most common reason why a clock stops running. When the battery is dead, the entire electromechanical system inside the clock ceases to function. This is the moment when we begin the process of checking and restoring. Instead of hastily throwing it away or buying a new battery. Part 2. Removing the battery. 2. Check the battery's condition. The first step is to remove it from the clock. Place the clock gently on the table. Part 3. Testing the battery with a multimeter. 2. Know exactly whether the battery still has power. We need the help of a specialized measuring device. This is a familiar tool in electronics, capable of measuring voltage, current, and resistance. Set the multimeter to DC voltage mode, the correct setting for testing batteries. Then place the 2 probes on the battery's terminals. The result appears immediately. The needle doesn't move, and the screen shows 0. This proves the battery is completely drained, unable to supply energy to the clock. Part 4. Preparing the restoration solution instead of discarding it. We'll try a fun DIY method to restore the battery. First, prepare a clean glass. Pour warm water into the glass, just enough to cover the battery. The water temperature must be controlled. If it's too hot, the battery may be damaged. If it's too cold, the solution won't be effective. You can use a thermometer to measure, or simply touch the water to feel. Warm water helps the salt dissolve faster and creates a better conductive environment. Part 5. Mixing the salt solution. Next, add a spoonful of table salt into the warm water. Salt is an electrolyte. When dissolved, it produces sodium and chloride ions. These ions conduct electricity, creating a favorable environment for reactivating the battery. Stir the solution thoroughly until the salt is completely dissolved. Once dissolved, the solution becomes clear and is ready for the next step. This simple electrolyte solution is surprisingly useful in helping restore some energy to the battery. Part 6. Adding a magnet. Fun step in this DIY process is adding a magnet to the glass. The magnet generates a magnetic field, which can influence the movement of ions in the solution. When the magnet is placed in the glass, it creates a special environment where ions move more actively, supporting the process of restoring electrical energy to the battery. This is not a common trick, but many DIY enthusiasts believe it can bring unexpected results. Part 7. Soaking the battery in the solution. Now, it's time to place the drained battery into the glass of warm salt water. Gently drop the battery in, making sure the solution covers its entire surface. Use a spoon to stir lightly so the solution contacts the battery evenly. Then leave the battery soaking for a short period, usually a few minutes. During this time, the salt solution and the magnetic field may help recover some of the remaining energy inside the battery. Part 8. Removing and preserving the battery after soaking long enough. Use a spoon or your hand to take the battery out of the glass. At this point, the battery has undergone a revival process in the electrolyte solution to preserve the battery better. Spray a layer of WD-40 on its surface. WD-40 is an anti-rust solution that protects the battery from environmental effects. Then, wipe the battery dry with a clean cloth, ensuring no water remains. Part 9. Retesting with the multimeter place the probes on the battery terminals again. This time, the result is different. The needle moves and the screen shows a certain voltage value. This proves the battery has been partially restored and can supply energy again. Part 10. Reinstalling the battery into the clock. The battery back into its slot in the clock and close the cover carefully. Immediately, the clock hands start moving and the alarm function works again. This moment is truly exciting. A battery that seemed useless is now able to power the clock for a while longer. DIY success. Part 11. Conclusion and notes through this process. We've carried out a unique DIY trick to restore a clock battery. However, keep in mind that this is only an experimental solution and cannot replace buying a new battery. A restored battery may work for a short time, but it won't be as durable as a new one. Viewers can apply this trick to save money or simply enjoy the fun of reviving an object. But always be careful when handling solutions and electronic devices. Thank you for watching the entire video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to catch upcoming videos. Goodbye and see you next time.